there everyone! Welcome aboard BioTrek for another episode in the Caribbean.
BioTrek is in our hurricane hole in Marigot Bay, St. Lucia.
In the last episode we showed some repairs in St. Martin, specifically to the carbon fiber crossbeam. And in this video we're going to go back to real time and show you a trip to Rodney Bay, which is at the north end of St. Lucia. So we're getting ready to go up to Rodney Bay, which means getting the boat ready to take off by ourselves. So we arrange it so all the ropes can be taken off from the boat, which Pierre is doing right now. Dog is tied up so she doesn't fall off. We're gonna set up the back one with, you've got it with the green one. Mm-hmm. So the other thing I do is to arrange the fenders. We never tie the fenders to the lifelines because that's not a good thing to do. It can put pressure on them. It can bend the stanchions. But I do like them on the lifelines just before leaving, because that way if I need to quickly maneuver or get one, I can get one quickly. Here I'm getting ready to remove the lines from the pole as we move out from the dock. We're all clear of the dock. No floats ahead of you, just that one. Some of these floats that are underwater are attached to boats. So, for example, that small monohull doesn't look like that float is attached because you don't see the cord, but it is. Taxi boat going across. Sure, you're always getting tangled there. So when we go grocery shopping to Rodney Bay, it takes us an hour by taxi, so it takes us an hour by boat. We thought we'd go by boat, go anchor in the bay, enjoy the sunshine for the next few days, swim, relax, before we go back to our hurricane home. Into Rodney Bay. Let's have a look. Look at the power of that water. I'm just going to get the anchor ready when you hear the clunk. We don't have a chain counter, and the first two plastic markers have fallen off, so I count the seconds to know how much chain is going out. It's pretty accurate. Tight knot. And here we are testing the holding with the motors in reverse. I look at the points on shore to make sure we're not going backwards, and Pierre is monitoring the GPS at the nav station. You're putting the anchor along on.
Yeah, I put a circle of 100 feet, shallow 15, deep 25, and if we move more than 100 feet circle from where we are now.
Good. All right.
Okay.
And that's where we are. Taylor, go. with the lockdown, the resorts are still open. For the past 2 weeks, St. Lucia has been on a curfew, a 7 p.m. curfew, and the weekends are in lockdown. That's what's really annoying, those things. And they're dangerous. Every year people are killed because they don't see swimmers. So just getting things put away for the night. Get the paddleboard up there. So we're about to go to shore, and I'm going to let this little guy go that we found in the ropes when we left Marigot Bay to come here. And let me just show you what it looks like. There he is peeking out. It's the cutest little gecko. Now I'm going to let him go on shore, some bushes. After a peaceful evening, we listened to the Rodney Bay Cruisers Net in the morning.
The purpose of the net is to keep cruisers connected and to share information and social events with all cruisers in the St. Lucia, Rodney Bay area. This is Bill Marina on Colonial acting as net control today. Okay, arrival departures. Anybody want to say good morning this morning and introduce yourself? Come now.
Hello, this is Lisa on sailing vessel BioTrek, and we're in the anchorage, and we're just in Rodney Bay for a few days. We've been staying put in Marigot for the hurricane season.
Well, welcome here, and I know you've been up in Marigot, and by the way, is there any, just curious, any swell out there at all?
There's a long swell, the boat's just rocking really gently, very comfortable.
Okay, very good, all right, and we'll be in touch, and good seeing you yesterday, by the way.
What are you figuring out now, Pierre?
DC. Well, we know our 12-volt power supply is too weak. When we key in the VHF, voltage drops, and it just leads to poor transmission. One of the first issues that I fixed is they installed a floating DC-DC, meaning that the 12-volt and the 24 volts were not having the same ground, and that was generating a lot of communication error in the network. So I've linked the two ground to make it become a straight DC-DC with common ground. So that has fixed all of the communication issue that we had in the boat. I'm toying with the idea of removing the 12-volt alternators and then putting two 24-volt alternators on the engines.
Well, when you were working in the engine room, you came out, looked like you'd been swimming, you were dripping wet.
Yeah, well, it's really hot when there's no wind. I would feel my bum buzzing. So they just realized that I was feeling the 24 volts now because I was all wet.
The bum because the engine was acting as the ground?
Yeah, that's it. The engine was the ground, and I was touching the 24 volt bus. And since I was all wet, my hands were wet, and my bum was wet, I felt the buzz when I was playing with it.
That sounds too horrible.
No, it's fun.
So my question
To the readers.
to the viewers, my question to Pierre is, why is there always something to do?
This is absolutely not required, but I would just, my background is still aviation, and I like backups. The boat is absolutely fully redundant because it was designed this way. But as you spend time working on the boat, you find little things that can be improved. And yes, of course, when I see we have a generator, if the generator fails, we have a backup, which is the engines. Yes, in theory, that's all nice and good. Now, I just said that it's not optimal. If we were crossing the Pacific and then all of a sudden the generator fails, now we have to rely on the engine to be the sole source of 24 volts. Does it work right now? Absolutely. Do we have any issues with it? Not, except if I have to rely on it, the engine time will be too high. So how do you fix that? By increasing the size of the alternators to 24 volts. So it's very, very simple. It's not required at all. It's just an improvement to the boat.
But some of the viewers might ask, why not just add more solar panels?
Yes, it's on my list of things to do.
Oh no, I should not have asked. Tiller. We got our mosquito screen up just in case. Tiller absolutely loves to be at anchor. She's so tired from all that swimming. Right, Tiller? So that's a bit of a day in the life of being at anchor in Rodney Bay. And we'll have more on that next week as we continue our activities. And for now, everybody, Stay safe, and we always appreciate comments, so please leave the comments below and subscribe and ring that notification bell. I'm trying to post on Sundays, but sometimes it's not exactly every week, so ringing the notification bell will let you know when I post new content. Enjoy your day.